Hey, everybody, this is Dr. J and Professor Spikes from live from Long Island, New
And I'm
York.
actually in Jersey today.
Tim wants to know if I'm enjoying the Sava run.
Oh, so everybody's on that, huh?
Yeah, take profits at 50 or 500. How about 150? 150 would make me happy.
Profits? Are we actually talking profits? 50 or 500? Yeah, I like your thinking, Tim.
500 is maybe a little too much of a reach,
Too much to expect.
but
Yeah, look,
150,
if it goes back into the 110s, I'd be very happy.
yeah, no, it certainly could. Let's take a look at several of the Alzheimer's stocks today. I think that's in play because of Biogen, right? January 6th.
January 6th, they're supposed to have their release of news.
Well, that's the PDUFA date for the lecanemab.
Oh,
The
is that the same drug as the first one, or is this a second drug?
second drug.
Okay,
The first one is called Aduhelm or something like that.
gotcha.
Adulimab. I don't know. I can't say the names.
Yeah, no, I always get yelled at when I try. So
Yeah, I can't say these names.
it's the old saying, "Stay in your lane."
I got a compliment from one of the Mankind viewers who liked the way I said Afrezza. He said, you got it right. But I didn't get Tyvaso right. I said Tyvaso. And the gizmo that you spray with is called the Technosphere. I'd forgotten what it was called.
Again, I'm just trying to stay in my lane. So
look who's with us.
I know, and he's not talking
about. You know what brings Pete out? The Athesis probably had a good day today.
Well, he changed his name. You noticed? It's not Athesis anymore.
I don't blame him.
I don't blame him either. How you doing, Pete? Good to see you.
And Linus is with us, and Mika.
Yep.
And Tim.
Yep.
We've got nice.
Yeah, we've got a good crew.
Apparently, the first Alzheimer's drug was I still can't say it.
Aducanumab.
All right, good for you. I can't say these.
It's good for me. You're like a trained monkey.
Pete survived
he survived the
Athesis meltdown.
Good, Pete.
He wants us to chart.
You're alive. You're still alive and kicking.
He wants us to chart Ahmed. They have
right. Mention that.
I think they have a gizmo for peripheral artery disease, some kind of procedure. We'll chart it. Why not?
Sure, why not? Why not? We're always looking for new blood.
What is this? Cold fusion and not so cold fusion, or
the fusion news?
Yeah, but to me, it's confusion.
And so Tim wants to know where Pete is in terms of ATH. Yeah, well, we're all still stuck with ATHX. We're not going to sell it at this point.
No, I sold it, but I'm in it again. I took fresh losses. I wasn't happy with the old losses.
It's the time of year.
Yeah.
Year to take some losses.
Yeah, I mean,
it's the most unprofitable time of the year.
Andrew is with us.
Hey, Andrew.
Yeah, that's right. The group is a lot of the old group is with us today.
We got the gang. The gang's all here.
Yeah, I think that's necessary. I think Tesla's better off without him at this point.
Tesla, yeah. Well, talk about staying in your lane.
Yeah. Everyone's happy to see each other, all chatting away. It's good. I like to see that. Let's get to the charts.
Yeah. What are we going to start with? You want to start with the request?
Yeah, we can start with Ahmed.
Yeah, let's do that.
I promised Pete I would look at it.
Well, Pete's always been a great
Well,
part of
before we do Ahmed, let's do Spy, and then we'll do Ahmed.
the Spider. So do the lines still hold? Look at this. Holy shit, they still hold. I mean, holy cow, they still hold.
Yeah, the trend line I drew has 1, 2, 3 hits, so it's a valid trend line.
No, it's even this latest hit. It's not bad at all. It bounced off.
The 100.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 100 is holding, right?
No,
But all of this doesn't mean much. It depends on tomorrow and Wednesday.
What's that? PPI and CPI or something?
CPI and the Fed.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. Everybody's waiting with bated breath.
It doesn't have to be a tremendous
experience
sprint.
about Teladoc also.
You don't need a tremendous sprint for this market to rally. The market wants to rally so bad it's unbelievable.
So, Pete, why are you interested in Teladoc?
Pete likes Teladoc?
Well, he's interested about it. He's interested in it, right? That's TDOC?
Yeah, that's a Kathy Wood special, right?
It certainly is.
We could look at that too, I suppose. But the market is just so geared up. It's like really wants to rally in the worst way. All we need is a print that's not bad.
They just got the blue plate special.
If we get like a little bit better than last month, and a dovish statement by Alexa Hente, the market's
Yes. Well, look, if he says 50, that's going to be considered dovish, right?
If Alexa Hente approves, look out.
Yeah, exactly. But, are we expecting 50 or are we expecting 75 from him?
Well, we're expecting 50. The only way you get 75 is if you get a reversal of the really hot inflation print.
I forget the hot. Yeah, right. But I mean, right now, 50 is what's baked into the cut.
Nobody expects that. But if we should get a hot print tomorrow, the market will go down about 1,000 points a Dow.
You think so?
Oh, for sure. It
Well,
wants to rally. It wants to rally, but it will overreact to the number one way or the other.
Then I guess we're buying instead of selling if that happens.
You just gotta pray for. It doesn't really matter. Even if you get a hot print tomorrow and the market sells off 1,000 on the Dow, it's just one day.
Well, one bad day.
So what? It's going to get better.
That's true. All right. So, do we have anything more to say about spies before we move on?
Yeah, no. I think the spiders are still in the ascending channel. Had the best day today that it had in 2 weeks. So what the hey? I just don't put much stock in today's action.
You don't put much stock in the stock?
No, not in today's action. You know what? Let me make this.
That's what he was talking about. Fusion. He said Chevron, DCFC, Tritanium, and battery charging. Yeah, we've been in the charging business forever, and that hasn't been doing anything.
The Alzheimer's drugs. The Alzheimer's drugs are to play today.
What are we looking at now? Because I have no eyes.
Biogen. Biogen was up 5 or 2%. Nice. And it's almost an engulfing. It's not quite. Because yesterday's wick was not taken care of. The body is engulfed, but not the wicks. So it's not quite an engulfing, but it's a nice candle. It bounced off the 50. You see that?
Yep. Very good.
Yeah. So I'm thinking that despite all the problems with the drug, with side effects and all, I'm thinking January 6th it will be approved.
Okay. You're probably right. I mean, this maybe we said this year, but maybe next year is gonna be the year of the Alzheimer's drugs.
I think this year. I think Sava.
No, I mean, 2022 is pretty much over. I'm saying we were thinking.
No, I'm talking 2023. Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe next year will be the year.
My mindset is already in 2023.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Look at the move Sava made, up 9%.
All right.
Back in the 40s.
Oh, got to be happy about that.
I'm very happy. This is one of the greenest of all the stocks that I own. I'm actually making money on Sava. I shouldn't say it too loud.
Exactly.
One thing I don't like is this series of lower highs.
They even call it a lower high because that didn't peak yet. But I wouldn't even put that line there.
It's annoying me, but look, the today's action broke that downward trend.
All right, fine. So then that's good news.
Yeah.
Put lipstick on that pig. No, this is good. I'm hopeful too. My fingers are crossed that this is.
We got to take out 44.28.
Uh-huh.
Then already it could run, and it could run January 6th along with all of them. I think they all run January 6th.
Well,
maybe they run up until January.
Well, here's the deal. There's no reason to think that it's a competition, because just like with the cancer drugs, it may very well be that the best combinations could be a mix of compounds, and so you'd have to have a little bit of Sava and a little bit of Novartis to get the most effective treatment.
Also, there's room for more than one. From 0 to 3 or 4 would be good.
Yeah, no, that's right.
I mean, look how many statins there are.
Right.
And you know what I read? I don't know if it's true or not, but I'm reading this book called Metabolical by an MD that came out of Cornell, NYP, Cornell, New York
Presbyterian, right?
And he claims that the statins extend life by an average of 4 days. and like the whole world is on statins.
That is hysterical.
He claims basically that
is it worth the leg pain?
He claims that the low density
LDLs.
The low density
liposomes.
Whatever they're called.
Right.
The low density cholesterol, let's call it that. The lipids.
Bad stuff.
The bad stuff. Even though it brings it down, there's 2 types of bad stuff, like an A and a B, and it brings down the benign one.
It's the good bad stuff, and then
but not the very small ones. Very small part, type B cholesterol, it doesn't bring down. Okay. And that's the bad stuff. So I don't know.
That's the bad.
Who knows? I don't know.
No, I know. I've been avoiding those only because they bother my legs so much when I would take them.
So also, if people take those statins, then they eat like all kinds of garbage. Right?
Yeah, right. It gives them permission to give themselves diabetes instead.
Yeah, it gives them permission. So Sava is looking good. Let's hope it continues, right?
Yeah. Fingers crossed. Like I said, maybe we can get something into the hundreds again.
And this AVXL that I've been buying into every day, finally had an up day.
Are they? Are the bears finally leaving it alone?
I don't know, but
that's a nice candle.
It's a beautiful candle. It's like. So it got oversold. That's for sure.
Yeah.
On FUD, on fear, uncertainty, and doubt, it got oversold.
Fear, uncertainty, and doubt. I love it. FUD.
It was all at the urging of urging of Adam, whatever his name is.
Bierstein. I don't know. Did he really step up on this one? I didn't. I don't really see. He did make a little claim here or there. Like being a little skeptical.
I don't know.
It wasn't his usual hit job.
The shorts are attacking it every which way.
Yeah.
You know, and like I said, or like I tweeted, I don't believe every single biotech is a scam. That's what you're led to believe by Adam F.
Right, I see.
They're all scams. Every biotech is a scam. I don't believe that for 1 second. I'm more inclined to think that the FDA is a culprit than the little biotechs.
That's funny.
You know, the FDA is basically big pharma. Who do you think works there? It's big pharma.
The revolving door.
Yeah. I mean, where did Adam? What's his name? Scott Gottlieb, the former FDA.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Is he with Big Pharma now or not? I rest my case.
He's in the board of Pfizer, and he's also on a company that does the genetic testing of viruses.
All right, so, that's what I'm saying. They work hand in hand.
Definitely, yeah, he's definitely, you know. Well,
yeah.
I mean, he has to disclose every time he's on.
Right. What other Alzheimer's drug?
We need to look at Anovis, and
Novus.
and the one that I'm in that I never see anything about. I keep forgetting. Let me look at that one.
Well, at least it's up. Not much, but at least it's up.
I know this one is just. And isn't this one like? I thought this was the one that was actually the closest to having something.
Well, they're close with Parkinson's, but not with Alzheimer's.
Right.
The good news is we've been like you like to say, we've been in the process of forming a bottom for a while now.
Exactly. Writ small. This one.
Yeah, so we're bottoming. It's just a matter of 6 more months before we start moving up.
I guess.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it's not as if Parkinson's is something that's not going to have a good market too.
Right. Parkinson's, there are no drugs that are meaningful. So if this is a meaningful drug, sure.
Right.
What else? Ahmed?
Yeah, right. That's the one that Pete wants to see.
Maybe I'll look at 6 months. Well, we're moving up of late. It kept this. It had a small move, a big move down from.
What are these guys into anyway?
Peripheral artery disease. 775 was a high on 1018. And the low was looking like we put it in 1129, right? At 2, roughly 203. And now we're bouncing. It's a nice bounce off of the lows, right? From 2 to 550, and that's in a matter of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days, and really even less than that. 8 days. Yesterday was a high, 630. So it tripled. It tripled in in how many days? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. About 8 days it tripled. I'll take that kind of action.
So Pete, were you in this early? I wonder if Pete got a taste of this.
Well, maybe Pete made some Athesis money back.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, it's got to be 30 bagger for that to happen.
I mean, it looks like the 100 is a little bit of an obstacle. Last 2 days it bounced, couldn't get through. If you can get to it 100, it should at least run to $10, maybe. This is the obvious $11. $11 would be the target. So if it closes past if it can close above, the 100, which is at, where is 100 now? The 100 is at 6. So you want to close above 6. Like 7 will get you 11. That we ever heard that before?
Yes.
7 yo?
Yo 7, like
Yo 7, right.
Like
so this is definitely a yo 7 stock. 7 should get you 11.
What are you thinking, Pete? You still up for it? Pete says he got in around 4 and change. He also wants us to get rid of Linus's comment before we do the next chart.
There's a comment?
Yeah, Linus's comments on before.
Oh. Pete said 481. It's still not bad, Pete. You're making money. Hopefully you'll make a lot more.
Yeah, it's the hope. Well, you seem to be pretty bullish.
If I'm playing it, I'm going to wait for it to close above the 100 because it had a big move,
For too much change. Sorry, Pete. Yeah, I know that's a big amount to change. 81 cents. I get it. The one that I was talking about was Immune. The one that I always.
Well, the other point is if you want to wait for a pullback, probably this level right about the low of yesterday, 436. It's very volatile, this stock, clearly. So 436 might be a good place to come in if you like the prospects. What's the one that you're in?
INMB, Immune.
It's another Alzheimer's play.
Yeah. I mean, I was in this one early thinking it was going to be a good Alzheimer's play, but I've been getting my butt kicked, as you can see from the chart.
I think I did it wrong. It's B, right?
INMB.
Yeah.
Immune.
Yeah. Gapped up today. No, yesterday.
Yeah.
Friday it gapped up. Gapped up Friday, and just like Ahmed, it's look at the 100.
Yeah.
It's got to get through the 100. But it made a nice move back to the upper levels of its trading range. Nice move on Friday, and it didn't give it back today.
It didn't give it back today, which is something, right?
So that's good. The trading range is quite large. 640 to $8. Not that large. It just looks large on my chart.
Larger.
Yeah. So like 640 to 8.
Objects in the mirror seem larger than they appear.
I guess. Yeah, you want it to close above $8. First, you need it to close above the 100. Also, you'd like
You
this.
also have to give us news on whether they even have anything.
You'd like this 100 to come back above the 200. Right now, the 200's above the 100. It just happened that it's
this one was brought into the ether because it was used to compare against Sava, as if it was some sort of standard bear. But they're really, I don't know if these guys even have anything good in their pipeline, or how far along they are.
Athesis you made 15% today if you own Athesis.
If you bought it yesterday.
If you bought it yesterday, yeah. That's the key. You have to go back and rebuy it yesterday.
You have to buy it yesterday.
Yeah. So, or as I did, but I didn't do it cheap enough. I sold it before the split, and I bought it back at too high, $1.50 or so. And I bought it back at more at 50 cents.
You're not going to be able to claim the loss that way.
I don't care. I got enough losses. This has been a bad year for me.
But I haven't been selling, as everybody knows, because they know that I'm still holding stuff from COVID.
I like all these gurus. I like all these gurus who are claiming to have had good years. They're all full of it.
Yeah.
Nobody had a good year. I mean, there are a few, but not too many. Not so many.
No, if they started in September, then they had a good year. If they started in January, then they didn't have a good year.
Yeah, let's hope for a good year next year. I mean, we're due for a really good year, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. But Athersys is one to watch. It doesn't take much to make money when it's 74-cent stock. Goes to $1, it's a 33% move from here.
Yeah, no, I mean Pete's right. How deep you want to go into this thing just to make a couple extra shekels?
Look at it. I mean, I wasn't going to talk about Tesla, but look, down so much today.
Well, yeah, Patrick was talking about. He thinks
it's like Musk is the antithesis of his twin brother Musk.
Yeah, right. He's the evil twin.
He's the evil twin. Speaking of evil, people really don't like working for him.
Well, especially the people on Twitter. But you know what? I might be the only one thinking this way, but I think he's just being spoiled because he was stuck having to finish the deal.
Yeah,
so he was stuck having to drop $40 billion. So it was like, well, if I'm going to drop $40 billion, I'm not going to make anybody around me happy.
But he's not a particularly fun guy to work for, even at Tesla. From what I hear. But it does look like a good place to add a few. Unless you think it's just another car company, in which case it's time to sell it. If it ever becomes just another car company, it's over.
Right. Exactly. Once the panache of owning a Tesla starts.
Yeah, I mean, you might as well buy Mercedes.
Right. They're entering soon, right? Because, well, they were supposed to have a deal with Rivian, weren't they?
I think they said by 2030 they're going to be 100% electric.
Yeah, no, I'm saying, well, what about before then? They should be.
Well, they have e-cars now, don't they, Mercedes?
Well, everybody's got an entry except for Mazda, but everybody's got an entry into the market these days.
Right. This maybe this is not the smartest move to buy and hold on this one. I'm not sure.
Linus says he's passing.
Linus said what?
He's going to pass on Tesla.
Pass, yeah, probably. I own a little. Maybe I should just dump it. This is a nice mover for a little while.
Which one? Oh, Northwest. Is that Northwest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, since it topped here about 3 weeks ago at 127, it's been making lower highs, but that could turn around in no time. This is live. It's a live one. They had pretty good results. They published in the JAMA Oncology.
Right.
Their results on an untreatable brain tumor, glioblastoma, whatever it's called.
Right. GBLM.
So there you have it. I mean, it should break out north, not south. So the low that we had yesterday was a good entry point at 82 in my mind.
Okay.
If it comes down to the low 80s, I might add to my position. I'm not selling.
Well, yeah. I mean, look, if it hits that, where those lines intersect, if you get a price down there, that's definitely a sign for a jump up.
It could drift down to that low 80s again.
If it does, then it's time to buy because it's going to, according to this chart.
Yeah. So I think that's about it. Anybody have
one? Yeah, we're done. We don't really have any more requests.
All right, then. Thanks for joining us on a Monday, not a Tuesday.
Yeah.
We'll be back on a Thursday, right?
Yeah, I'll be there. Glad everybody was able to show.
All right. Hasta then. Hasta luego.
Hasta luego.